Hi guys. Okay, so I am super sorry. For those of you, there was like 400 of you that watched the video that I was doing live for this bonus video message, and I don't know what was going on with the internet connection. I hope everything has been resolved. So here we're going to try it again. So forgive me. Some of you already know the beginning of this story. I didn't touch the cards, but I'm going to do a quick recap here. So this bonus general message began with a card that my puppy got a hold of and ate. And it was the Two of Cups. And so this Two of Cups shows actually a same-sex couple. And so it could be that storyline, or it could be that two individuals are actually approaching each other as total equals. They may be approaching both like alphas. Doesn't matter if, it's one is a male or one is a female or same sex, whatever it may be. But they're both choosing each other like wholeheartedly. And this is obviously, now that this card has been so badly damaged by my pup, they've already had a long road, a lot of history, a lot of problems in this connection, but they are confidently choosing each other. They basically, what I got out of our earlier cards here is that the two of them have recognized that the things that they have in common are greater than the things that make them different. Although it is possible that the two of them have been at a distance from each other. Maybe they couldn't cohabitate before. Maybe one was traveling a ton, the other one couldn't travel at all. They couldn't find a way to be together. There were lots of things that they didn't understand about each other. But the bottom line is, it's been the big reveal here is that we have more in common than what we have that separates us. So they are kind of like rekindling this romance, saying their apologies, and really starting this very sweet romance. So there is a very powerful confidence to both of them that this is our new beginning with that Ace of Pentacles. But because the squirrel was there, I said, okay, so there's got to be some kind of like scattered energy here as well. And it is in the form of the future. So although they are absolutely confident that they are going to be together, this couple, they are also still aware that they have a lot to figure out in the future. They may even have to go into separation right now, still, be apart a little bit, but they are like, it doesn't matter how far apart we are only apart because we're working on planning the future together now. So, and they may need to, explain that, hey, guess what, friends, family, remember our love story before that was so bumpy? Well, we're doing it all over again. So we've got some big reveals. Now that brought us to the Tower card. And the Tower card here is all about massive change. So these two, in order to be together, their life is going to have to change pretty dramatically. And to clarify that, we had just gotten the 10 of Wands out. And so that's where the internet shut down again. So I apologize for that. But now let's go ahead and see where this one's taking us. So if there's obstacles that are going to be laid down with that 10 of Wands, I feel like part of it was I'm starting to develop this idea. Oh, wow, we got an Emperor in the reverse. I was going to say, I've got this idea that the big issue might have been family stuff. Because this is like, I got to lay down burdens, fear, guilt, shame, remorse, all the obstacles that we'd had prior to us. Maybe part of what didn't make us very successful in the past is that one or the other of them was still very beholden and very trapped. The Tower talks about where we're trapped. Are we trapped in a belief system that maybe we don't even agree with? Are we trapped in a family situation? Well, now we've got this Emperor in the reverse. This could be a very overwhelming father figure, somebody who's extremely demanding, somebody who, things are going to be the way they said, my way or the highway kind of attitude. And one of our characters may really need to either explain to someone in their family that, hey, I'm doing things different. I'm going to be with this person I love, or it simply is that maybe we do have an Emperor who is really, truly laying down their ego. They're thrilled. I think that the person that they love still loves them and wants to be with them. But it could also, finding out that somebody loves us, even though it's been a very rocky road, can sometimes be enough for somebody to become very humbled. Like, I can't believe you still love me. Because this is like laying down those burdens, even of like the really bad behavior, the arrogance, all of that in the past. Regardless, of whether or not this is a storyline where it's just that these two are able to forgive each other, or if it's that someone is also breaking away from maybe a very controlling situation, possibly with a disapproving father figure. Either storyline, what we have here is this huge change happening, which is so beautiful to see. We got a 7 of Cups in the reverse, and we got a 5 of Swords. I gotta say, you notice how this person on the 5 of Swords is actually protecting themselves against all the other wolves. I still feel like someone is so completely positive about, you are my person, you are my mate, you are my twin flame, my soulmate, and I will now defend the connection against everybody else. Now remember, we already saw wolves over here on that moon card also. This could be that maybe one person's whole family is going to be against this union, and that the person who says, look, I don't care if my family doesn't approve of this, I know 10,000% that you're the one I want, so I will protect this union and this flame that we have from all the other wolves that are part of my pack, because this is important to me, because this is a defensive card and it's a card of change. And again, we see the big old moon up here. I gotta say, this is, I keep feeling like somebody really had to have the courage to break away from what everyone else said, because everyone else doesn't get to choose who we are supposed to love. Maybe this is a same-sex couple. Maybe this was really tough for someone to admit that, like, I'm in love with this particular person. Maybe my family doesn't approve. Well, you know what? It's not my family's business. I get to love who I love. And that's I'm going to protect our love and our connection, against eyes of disapproving people. Obviously we're not talking about physical fighting here. We're talking about, I'm not burdened by what anyone's going to say about the choices that we're making, because this love that we have, that is the thing that is sacred for me now, not what other people think. So it's very much about, standing up and not worrying about what everybody else has to say. And if people have something rude to say, it's like, no, don't diss my connection or my person who I love. I love them. This is very sweet. This is very, someone really has what it takes to go ahead and say how they feel. 8 of Swords is here. We have the High Priestess in the reverse, and we have the 6 of Pentacles in the reverse. I gotta say, if in doing this, there are repercussions, like it could even be that maybe there's going to be, like, this person is already braced for it, going, now that I'm going to be with you, I may get cut out of the family, fortune. I may not have family members that talk to me anymore, but I'm prepared for all this, because they may not be able to warm up to this union that we have. Maybe this is like adult kids, grown kids, or sons and daughters on either side of the family. Whatever it is, somebody already knows. They already know what to expect. They know that it's going to be a situation where, out of pure stubbornness, some family members won't accept this union, or friends won't accept this union, and they probably won't be fair with this person's choice in love. They won't be maybe very supportive of the union, and they might also not be very nice to the person that this person has chosen. But the thing is, they're already braced for this, and they already know, because I'm going to choose this person and I'm going to stand beside my person. If family's not going to be polite to them, then, until family behaves nicely, we're probably not going to be hanging out a whole lot. That's okay. If they're going to be stubborn, they're the ones keeping themselves away from me. All I'm going to say is that you got to be nice to my partner. You got to be polite. And if you can't do that, then you can't come over, not until you're going to, be polite. So it's kind of like a character is already well aware of this, knowing that that's going to be a major hurdle for people that are not in support of this union, but they're already resolute. Like, that's okay. I already knew what we were going to face by choosing each other, and that's how that's going to be. The fact that we have this is the tedious energy here of that 9 of Wands. So this is still putting this thing back together. Wow. So rekindling the love, the passion. I feel like what we've got is a storyline where two people, they have that private conversation that they need to have, which is, I still love you, and I still want us to be together. After everything we've been through, after all of the the bent up card that this shows, all of the turmoil that we've had, I want to be with you. So these characters choose each other, knowing full well what that road means. It means conflict with other people, but it doesn't matter anymore, because what matters to them is this love, rebuilding it. This is heroic. This is delightful. I mean, come on, he's riding a fish that's jumping out of the water. You know, look at the power position this person is. It's like, I did it for love. I did it for love, and it feels so good that I did this for love. Tell me a little bit about the prequel to this. What was the storyline for this couple? What happened? We had a Two of Wands in the reverse. Okay, hold on. So I'm asking about basically the long road that they had prior to now. What was all the difficulty? What were all the problems? And we had something where there had been a choice. We had 8 of Pentacles. Wow. So I got to say, it looks like there may have been a time period where these two were not together at all, because somebody made the choice that they needed to first do something else. They might have needed to put a house over their son, their daughter. They may have needed to get money in order so that their kid was going to be taken care of. And I suggest it that way because we have this person who's actually building a shelter for his dog from the rain. But a pet is like, anything that we take care of, right? Somebody may have needed to first even like not give time and energy to this relationship because they had other responsibilities. And it might have been something about making sure that there was housing that was secure for their son, their daughter, their child, their pet, their whatever it was that they were responsible for. And they knew that they had to first put that intact before they could focus on their own love life, is what this looks like to me. Why would that have been the case? We had the 6 of Wands that was in the reverse. This person did not have their life organized. They didn't feel very successful. They maybe needed to make sure that they were successful in certain ways in the eyes of very particular people in their life. And now that they've achieved certain things, maybe they had debt that they had to pay off. Maybe they wanted to make sure that if they were going to do something that an entire like family group would disapprove of, they needed to make sure they didn't owe any of those people money so that nobody could have like anything to say about what their choices were. We had a Queen of Pentacles in the reverse as well. I have to say, it looks to me like this person was determined that they would not take something from their other partner. If this was the twin flame soulmate energy, one person was saying, I absolutely will not take from you. I've got to get my stuff in order completely and fully. I don't want your assistance in this, even though you are my love, you are my mate, you are the person I want to be with. I don't want your assistance in this. I have to do this myself. So that may have been, all of this was like a confident decision that one of these two characters made. Like, I have to do something on my own. It's not your thing to tidy up. 10 of Cups. Wow. And I'm doing it so we can have this 10 of Cups. We have somebody here who made a decision to take care of things their way in order to have the 10 of Cups. This was on somebody's mind all along. All the time, these two had a really bent up, chewed up card. This was what their bent up, chewed up energy was, right? These were the problems that they faced. Somebody made a decision. Work had to come first. I don't have success and I don't want you giving me yours. This might have also really made the other person feel terrible. Like, you've made a choice to go work on this stuff by yourself. That makes me feel so rejected. That makes me feel like I don't even want to talk to you right now. Like, this could have really been hurtful because this is somebody who also shuts down. That Queen of Pentacles shuts down. And yet all along we have the dream of this gigantic 10 of Cups, right? So I feel like both of them held on to this idea of this great happiness all along. We have a 4 of Pentacles, talk about holding on. And we have a 3 of Swords in the reverse. There was always some secret plan that at some point my heart won't hurt like this anymore. At some point I have to hold on to the belief that this is going to get healed. So this is kind of an amazing story. Tell me how it pans out for these two. How does the story pan out for these two? Well, we've got a Chariot in the reverse, Cancerian energy. Hold on. That is not moving forward, but let's just see what that really means. Is it not leaving each other behind? Or is it not moving forward? We've got the Judgment card in the upright. This is coming together. We have a Queen of Swords, somebody truthful. We have the Sun card. We have the Lovers. And we have the Ace of Swords. This, the only way I can see this is that these two are getting back together. They're not ever going to leave each other's side again, is what I get now that we have the Judgment card right next to that Chariot. And the fact that we have this complete, it's truth, it's transparency between the two of them, it's clarity, it's happiness, they both know that I choose you unequivocally. This is, and it's funny because here we have the Wolf again. There is something here about, again, this is truth and clarity as well. It's like, wolves do mate for life. And this looks very much like saying wedding vows, doesn't it? This Lover's card is not a card of, choosing like which lover do I want. This is a card of I choose you. And that's kind of how I've started this storyline. It's two people that are saying confidently, I choose you. And the other person is saying, I choose you. These two were never, one person wasn't really waiting for the other. They both needed to get to the place where they could stand there and be one another's equal and alpha and say those same words to each other. This has been the truth all along. I feel like this is a story where these two were actually, they were already mates for life the first time around when they had all the chaos and all the problems. They were always still mates for life in this story. So we have Gemini, we have Leo, we have Scorpio, we've got Cancerian, we had Pisces, we had, let's see, what else am I missing here? Did we have any other majors? Cancerian again with the High Priestess, Aries with the Emperor, and with the Tower. What else did we have? Aside from that, we have all of the, different suits are here. So it could be any, but just kind of really beautiful. We have a lot of fire and a lot of water. So a lot of passion that dominates this and a lot of emotion that dominates this storytelling. So, having Cancerian show up twice and then Pisces and then also Aries showing up twice. So pretty beautiful that these two, they were mates for life right from the start. So anyway, guys, thank you so much for your patience in me getting this video out. I appreciate all of your guys' beautiful energy that you bring to my world. Thank you for giving this video a thumbs up. Thanks for liking this video and subscribing and all that jazz. If you are new to my channel, please just be aware that my channel is very, very different. I am not a psychic. I do not pretend to be. I wish I had that gift, but I don't. What I am is a storyteller. So this is the art of storytelling through symbols. I'm a writer writing without a pen. So I incorporate all kinds of different aspects of mythology, storytelling, imagery, whatever my own inspirations are, and I concoct whatever storyline I see. So anyway, you guys take care and thanks again. Bye.